Hey everyone, I am doing the book makeup tag today. I wasn't tagged by anyone and I am absolutely abysmal at doing makeup, but I want to try to film some videos, so I figured I should just like do this tag and answer these questions because they are really cute. So I'm pretty sure that you probably would have seen it by now, but it is that you match beauty products with bookish sort of questions. You watch me do my makeup while I answer them. So the first question is, primer, pick a book that left a lasting impression. Protect from Rimmel, it is the SPF 25. The book that I'm picking for this one is going to be The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins, because I never really read YA before The Hunger Games. Like when I was a teenager, I used to just read probably stuff that wasn't appropriate for a teenager to read, and reading The Hunger Games really got me into YA. Like I felt like when I was younger, I'm 28 this year for anyone who doesn't know, like when I was younger there wasn't really a lot of YA, like it was very sort of middle grade-y and it was not amazing. So I'm gonna thank The Hunger Games for getting me into this genre that is just, it's basically all I read these days, we know that. It's done, we're primed, we're ready, let that sink in a bit. Foundation, pick your favourite first book in a series. So I use the Maybelline Matte and Poreless Fit Me for normal to oily skin in 120 Classic Ivory. I don't go in the sun, ever. I'm an indoor kid. And the book that I'm going to pick for this one, like the first book that springs to mind is The Book of Ivy by Amy Engel. And the reason that I'm going to say that one is just because it's a duology, and like I love when an author knows that they can't do a second book. Like, okay, and we're going to do a beauty blender as well. And it's just really strong. Like both of the books are strong, and I think that if there was a third book I would not have said that it was my favorite first book, but it definitely is one that sticks out to me. So yeah, and I'm just putting this in. I do like thin layers and then I bounce that bitch. Get your ears, girls. Next question is concealer. Pick a book character that you wish you could get rid of. I use the Fit Me Maybelline. I just got this. I don't actually use this. I fucking lied. I'm going to try today. This is my first impressions video on the Fit Me Maybelline in the colour 10 Light. I don't know how to use concealer. I want to get rid of is Tiffany from the Dimily trilogy. How do you do this? A little bit like that. Oh, okay, that does nothing. Okay, cool. Alright. I'm gonna say Tiffany from the Dimily trilogy because she is a fucking mess and I hate her. Sure, why not? Get that little spotty what there. I need to apologise if I'm kind of talking a little bit funny still, because last week I had to go in on a Sunday. Oh, I just got rid of this little pimple. Nothing. Had to go in on a Sunday and get my wisdom teeth, one wisdom tooth removed, but it was not a wisdom tooth at all. It was two. I had this one that was like an undeformed wisdom tooth, like it was technically a baby tooth, and then a normal human-sized wisdom tooth, and I've been traumatized from that, I'm not gonna lie. And for powder, pick your favorite last book in a series. Hearing more about this in my monthly wrap-up and probably for the rest of my booktube career, but The King's Men, it's the last book in, I think the trilogy is actually called All for the Game, but people on Tumblr just call it the Fox Court trilogy, and it fucked me up. Like, I can't even talk about it here, but I've been telling everyone to read it. I watched this review, maybe Fairy Drugs did it, and she was like, she just described it as gay sports, and that sold me. I can't even talk about it, but I'll talk more about it another time. But could that have been a more annoying answer? And the product that I just used was the Matte Maker Maybelline New York Mattifying Powder. Next up is eyebrows. What is the book that you think that everyone should read? And this is just like Harry Potter. I think everyone should read Harry Potter. I'm debating when to read Harry Potter to my daughter. I still think that she's a little bit young. She just turned 4. So I don't know if she'd really grasp it. What's going on with this? Can you not? I have started doing my brows a little bit and I got this. And I think that Britney Spears should sue Benefit because this is obviously a rip of her circus era. And that is Gimme Brow by Benefit. And I bought a magazine, who does that anymore, to get the little one of it. I just kind of whack that on there, just really hope for the best, you know. After a millennia of like waxing and threading and plucking them into submission. They have a pretty good like natural shape, so I don't really have to do that much. Eyeshadow, pick a book that has your favorite colors on the cover, and I am going to say Faceless. I just recently hauled that one, and my favorite color is pink, you know, so. And actually pretty funny because I think I'm gonna do a pinkish sort of look nudes palette from Maybelline. It's where the tutorial will fall apart because I cannot do eye makeup. I do not have the patience to blend. I just don't. Like, I don't know. Another thing that I've been doing, this is Napoleon Purtis's Creme de la Creme eyeshadow in Quicksilver, and it's like a creamy sort of formula as like a bit of a base. Can you see that? Come through, glitter, come through. I've been reading lately, and how would you feel if I started to do a Friday reads? Because I have been like pumping out the books. I'm so excited to do my monthly wrap up because I've actually like read all the way up to the brow bone as well, because I don't really have eyelids. I've got very hooded eyes, and yeah, I sort of just need something a little bit extra to open it all up. I decided to do this tag. This is just an embarrassment. And use your fingers like this one and this one, and then just go all over my eyelid with that. You guys, a secret, it's like really funny, and you're probably gonna laugh because seeing me apply this like super dojo. I just keep going in and getting more of that. I've abandoned the whitest sort of colour. I'm kind of going for that more sort of like the peachy gold, you know? It's just a really pretty colour. So the thing that I was going to tell you, the secret of that, I actually went to beauty school. When I finished year 12, I went for a semester and I dropped out. So I am a real life beauty school dropout. Do little bits and bobs. Oh, I've got foundation on my lips. Deepen it a little bit. I'm going to go with this colour here from the Chi Chi Elegant Glamorous Elegant palette. Love you. See you soon. Yep. And I pick a dark and mysterious book. I don't wear eyeliner because I feel like it closes my eyes in too much because I have no eyes as it is. So I am just going to say for this one, Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Alanda. I think that's her name. And this book is fucking haunted. I like was reading it. It was all cool. It was fine. Then my Kobo, before my Kobo broco, it just like froze and it went really weird, and I hadn't had any issues with it up until then. I didn't have any issues with it for another month after, so that's why I think that the trilogy is cursed. And I was just like, it was like 55%. I like put on Goodreads, I was just like, I do not fuck with this freaky shit, and I deleted it, and I haven't looked back. So I'm gonna say Bad Girls Don't Die by Katie Alanda. That book, no. A mascara, pick a long book. For this one I'm saying Mists of Avalon by, what's your name, girl? Marion Bradley. It's a bit of a family tradition to read this book. The Mother Beast made my sister read it, and then my sister got me a copy. For mascara, I actually only curl one eyelash because the left eye is like the redheaded stepchild. It's like the kid who listens to Nickelback and gets suspended for smoking in the school toilets. Me putting on mascara is like the 100 layers of mascara challenge, by the way. And then with this Nickelback eyelash, this rotten avocado eyelash, I like kind of pull diagonal, and I probably don't spend as much time doing this one as I did the other one because it will just make me cry. Blush, pick a book that had some cringe-worthy romance. Okay, so I don't know what I'm gonna use to smile. That's cute. It's a bit hectic though. Cringe-worthy romance is gonna go to Feyre and what's his face? Reese in Akamath, A Court of Mist and Fury, because jeez Louise, like when I was reading that, I was like, after they finally hook up, because it's not a spoiler anymore, everyone's read that book and they loved it, and it was just like a fucking mess if you ask me. The thing was just like, I just didn't want to hear about Reese's magic fae dick anymore. I was over it. But pick a book that could do with some slimming down, and that's The Whole After series by Anna Todd. Like, I've spoken so many times about this. I unhauled them recently. They were not great. I just had to get rid of them. And I'm going to use the contour shade from the Kate Moss one. Could have been drastically reduced if someone had just read the book before they published it. Pick a book that brightened your day. That brightened my day is definitely Every Last Breath by Jennifer Armentrout. If you've read the Dark Elements trilogy, you'll know that it's just a lot of fun. Like, it's very typical JLA. I remember, like, years and years ago, I saw this picture. I think that she was still dating, like, P. Diddy, maybe even back when he was still Puff Daddy, Jennifer Lopez, and she had this highlight and it was like from here to here, and it was like a nightclub photo, and just it was like at an angle and the light had hit it perfectly, and it changed my life. Like, I still think about that photo like 15 years later. Lipstick, pick your favorite book kiss. For this one, I'm going to say Ali and Cole's first kiss, because it reminds me of me and my husband's first kiss. We first kissed in a nightclub, and that's that. So that's my whole lovely story. So what I'm gonna do as well, I'm actually gonna, I do a lot. I wouldn't say it's like customizing lip colors. I just kind of like mess around until I get one that I like. Hope that you enjoyed the book makeup tag, guys, and seeing me try to do makeup is ridiculous. I've been filming for 40 minutes, holy shit. Comments down below if you've read any of these books or if you use any of these products. Hope that you enjoyed this video, guys, and I will see you for my next one. Bye!